And now, another episode of MMA Gossip with your boys.
We're live, baby. I didn't even say boom, so I'm a little rusty. Episode number 77, MMA Gossip, back in your life. I'm back. The boys held it down last week, crushed the episode without me. I think that's the second episode out of 77 that I missed. Last time, I was up north on a salmon fishing trip, and last week, I don't even know where the fuck I was, but I was MIA. Anyways, we're back. MMA never sleeps, like we always say. This week, no UFC. There is some Bellator. There's some PFL. I'm sure there's some bare knuckle fights going on somewhere on this fucking planet, and God knows what else. Tyron Woodley and Jake Paul is only a couple weeks away. Their promo, probably get into that, was low-key fucking fire. Like one of the best 15, 20-second snippet promos I've ever seen from a fight promotion. So props to Troller on that. Also, I have some UFC Prizm cards, some Panini Prizm cards that I was going to break. 6 packs, 4 cards per pack. I'll have 24 cards. I told Mike before the podcast, I'm literally mush from a Bronx Tale where I have no luck at all. So I'm positive I'm just going to get some dog shit cards, but it'll be cool to see them during the episode. I mean, we're coming fresh off UFC 265. Pretty sweet card. You know, we were looking forward to it beforehand. I know Mike was arguing with some Twitter losers.
What else is new?
Saying how excited he was for this card, and I agreed with him wholeheartedly. Derrick Lewis looked like total ass, which we'll get into. Vicente Luque looked the opposite of total ass. He looked fucking amazing. Aldo looked like he was 24 again, not 34, looking literally better at 35 than, you know, he was at the tail end of his 45 run. And we'll get into that and a whole lot more, I'm sure. So without further ado, help the boys out. Like, comment, subscribe. You already know the usual. All platforms. Give us a review on Apple. Help us out on YouTube. We're trying to go everywhere, so help us fucking do it. And without further ado, Mikey, take us away.
Yeah, for the record, me and Matt made every single pick the same last week. Chris, I'm sure you listened to the episode. Crazy. It's never happened before, but it worked out in our favor, right, Matt? We did very well.
Yeah, we did well. We did really well. I was able to make $1,500, which just brought me back to even. So
progress is progress. UFC 265. So, co-main event. Let's talk about Aldo for a second. I was just like an absolute clinic, you know, from start to finish. I want to ask you guys, who should he get next? Because 135 is killer's row. Play matchmaking right now. Chris, who's next?
Well, to pause that real quick, well, it's the same topic, but did you see, I saw Max Kellerman and Chael Sonnen were saying that Aldo should move to 55 and fight Conor. And I was just like, dude, why? I was like, Chael, why do you like let them say this stuff and like go along with it? Like, what the fuck is your problem, dude? But I honestly, dude, I don't know who he fights at 35 right now. Maybe Dominic Cruz. Cruz came up the win over what's his name who just fought this weekend? Casey Kenny. And look good doing it, you know. That would be like a WEC matchup for the ages, you know, the 35 and 45 champs now, both 35ers. I mean, I guess it depends what happens with the title situation. I could even see him fighting Sandhagen, maybe. You know what I mean? Sandhagen coming off a loss, beats Aldo, then definitely gets springboarded to the belt. I think the Munoz matchup was like fucking perfect. And going into that, I would have been pumped to talk to you guys about that. Aldo going in with that 5-inch reach advantage, and just, I don't know. It was just like tailor-made for him. Pedro Munoz gets hit way too much, and you know Aldo can land. And like I said, 5-inch reach advantage only going to benefit him. But yeah, so maybe either Sandhagen or Dominic Cruz, I think, would be a good matchup. Obviously, Aljo and Jan got to run it back. Dillashaw is looking like he's next for the belt, so I think Dominic Cruz. That's my pick.
Damn, Dillashaw next for the belt. Those words, haven't heard that in a while. Incredible, man. Yeah, I'm calling it now, and I'm not trying to be Debbie Downer, but I have a weird feeling that Aljamain Sterling is going to pull out of this fight with Peter Yan. October 30th, Abu Dhabi, not pay-per-view, but it's still a numbered event, which is pretty awesome. So it works out in our favor. It plays at 11 a.m. I think the first fight starts, so that's awesome. But yeah, I'm calling it now. But Matt, what do you think?
I got a sleeper here, and I think this one makes perfect sense. Cruz makes sense if Pedro wasn't ranked higher than him and didn't just get his ass beat. I think Rob Font would be a fun fight.
I knew you were going to say Rob Font.
Because they're going to keep it standing the whole time with the clinic Aldo just put on and how soundly Font beat Cody. Like, I think they just had 2 great fights showcasing exactly what this fight would be. And I think it'd be an all-out banger. And I think winner obviously just gets springboarded into whatever's next, whether it's a title eliminator, third in line after TJ, whatever. But I think Rob Font makes a lot of sense.
Killer's Row at 135, man. Yo,
Really is.
Casey Kenny, and I'm pretty sure Casey Kenny and Song Yadong, they weren't even ranked going into their fight. And look how fucking amazing they are, each of them. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of
One
that,
of them
fight-
might have been 16, but I'm not sure.
And Marlon are 13 and 14. That's how the division is.
yeah, wild. It's the best division by far. But moving on. I really feel like there's really not much to say about the main event other than the fact that we knew Derrick wasn't going to throw it all, but we all know it's all about what one punch, and then Gane is going to win the minutes. And the line indicated that he's going to finish inside the distance. I mean, like, it really played out to a T. Vegas made out like a bandit. What do you guys think about this fight, Chris?
I think nothing of it, dude. Absolutely nothing of it. I mean, Derrick did even like you said, Vegas knew what the fuck was going to happen. Pretty much everyone did. That one lucky shot that was always there. Most knockouts in UFC history. Tied with Vitor fucking Belfort, who started fighting in the UFC when he was fucking 19. So basically, Derrick Lewis has the record, right? Probably, kind of the hardest hitter, I guess you'd say, in the UFC statistically. And he did fucking absolutely nothing. So I really don't think too much of it. One thing I did want to say, which you said about 135 being Murderer's Row, is why the fuck was this a numbered event and fucking 267 is not going to be? Like, Jan and Aldo, and then obviously I would put that as the main event, and then make Teixeira and Blachowicz the co-main. Honestly, I thought you'd put the shit out of that, but I guess you see, I don't know. They know something I don't, obviously.
No, I feel like they always favor the higher weights. Like the light heavyweights and the heavyweights usually get priority.
Right. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I said, though, I would put the bantamweights first. I know it's usually typically done by weight, unless you're fucking Conor McGregor. Usually they give priority to the higher weights, but they have switched it up a little bit, especially, obviously, like I said, when McGregor's the main event, but it is what it is. They'll even give fucking McGregor non-title fight main events with title fights as co-mains.
Yeah.
Sure.
Matt, what do you think? Who's next for Gane is obviously next for Ngannou, but who takes that fight so that we can disagree?
I think Gane takes that fight.
Gane, yes, Gane takes that fight.
Yeah,
He's gonna win.
He doesn't do anything risky, dude. He's just so calculated, and everything that Ngannou is requires an opening, and I just think there's going to be really limited openings.
Plus, Francis Ngannou swings with his head standing on the center line, so wouldn't be surprised to see a finish there. He's just raw power, and I picked him to beat Stipe, but I don't think I could beat him.
But the thing is, if Francis put him on fucking Pluto, I wouldn't be shocked.
Me and Matt just had this conversation on the beach. We were just saying, and he goes, I think you're going to disagree with me. I was like, dude, I think Gane's going to win. Francis swings for the fucking fences and leaves himself so vulnerable. But guys like Derrick Lewis and fucking Curtis Blades obviously is going to make him pay. And Rosenstruik really, had no opportunity to make him pay. He kind of just got blitzed. But yeah, he leaves himself very fucking open. And he is 34 years old. And it's, it's basically inevitable at heavyweight MMA. We've talked about this before on the podcast.
You also have to
What
remember
about John Jones, though?
Oh, yeah. Real quick, though, before we go into that, you pretty much saw Jan's defense this weekend to like those big power shots. He literally turned his back and ran away. Like, he just wants no part of even getting involved in those exchanges. He always wants to lead the dance, and I think he'll have no problem doing that against Francis. I think the odds makers kind of know that. They're making the fight about even. I think they know casuals to see, Francis Ngannou, that's like the Deontay Wilder of MMA right now. He just takes people's heads off. And I think it's going to be a very one-sided fight in terms of betting, but I'm going to be over Jan. Sorry, I'm looking off screen. I'm looking at the odds behind my phone.
Gane.
But nonetheless, yeah.
Gane, yes. I think that's the right move. But
sparring partners too, so they definitely know what's up.
They know what's up, for sure. But before, I'd be remiss if we didn't talk about Chiesa getting submitted by a Darce choke from Luque. That's his fucking go-to. He's got long arms, good at that shit. Pretty crazy because, it's crazy because we all think he has a grappling advantage, but we know that he's been submitted in the past, right? He got submitted by Kevin Lee, got submitted by one other one, I can't remember, but what do you guys think about this fight? He even posted on Instagram, he said, yeah, I pretty much crumbled under the pressure, quote unquote. Like, he said the pressure kind of built it up too much. We all know he's veteran. Like, if you run down his list of who he's beat, it's like pretty fucking impressive, So that's why the line was close. But me and Matt picked Luque. Matt, Chris, I knew you were going to be on Chiesa. What were your thoughts?
Dude, so I would have been on Chiesa. I don't know, dude. I guess he did fold under the pressure. Chiesa seems like one of those guys like Dustin Poirier's old MO where he could win every fight, but then the big fight he fucking loses, like his opportunity to shine. Fucking Ali Abdelaziz was mentioning Chiesa's name in the title conversation, and Luque's was nowhere near the title conversation, and now that totally fucking flipped. So maybe that is the case. Like it seemed like the Kevin Lee fight was kind of going to get Chiesa over the top, and then he fucking blows that. Where I would still favor Michael Chiesa all day. Seeing that fight, like I don't know. Kevin Lee sometimes just shows up and sometimes completely doesn't. So I don't even know what to think of Kevin Lee. Also, you saw he's fighting D-Rod, by the way.
Yeah.
So we'll get into that at some point. But yeah, dude, shout out to Luque. He's a killer. I think he's finished like over 90% of his wins, which is fucking crazy. He's a killer. He goes out there. He's all exciting.
He's been 2015, so that's like a big size.
Chiesa just seems like I think his ceiling is officially everyone knows what his ceiling is now at this point. I don't think Chiesa's ever gonna, beating guys like fucking Carlos Condit and fucking Diego Sanchez is not like. Would you have favored him fighting Colby Covington or fucking Usman or Leon Edwards? Like he was never gonna cross that hump anyway. So I'm not too upset about it. Although I really fucking like Chiesa a lot. I'm a big fan of his, especially because he's Italian, and I just like his backstory, and he loves his mom just like me. But yeah, that's it. Those are my thoughts. I think Luque is right there in that conversation now. I would love to see. It looks like Edwards and Gilbert are going back and forth a lot, so maybe they're going to fight. But otherwise, I'd love to see him fight either one of them. But I guess not Gilbert because they love each other, so not Gilbert. I shouldn't say that. So Edwards, they fought once, run it back.
Yeah,
Luque won that. I think he won the first round, or I think he snagged a round off of Leon. So I mean, hey,
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
I think that we and Chris were talking about this when we were shark fishing the other night, and I think it's a great opportunity for Leon Edwards to showcase kind of. But at the same time, I wouldn't be shocked if Luque won that fight. Like I'm looking at his record. One loss back in 2015 against Michael Graves, and since then, Leon Edwards and Stephen Thompson. Clean outside of that, finishing every dude, and he's a killer, and he can sub you. He'll beat you up on the. I don't know. That's a tough fight against Leon, and I think unfortunately because how Leon didn't put Nick away, almost got himself put away. I was the one clamoring. He's the title shot. No, I don't think so. And I think there was one more fight, but I wasn't sure who it would be. I think definitely make this fight with Luque while Colby's fighting him in the meantime.
I like it. All right, real quick notes I got on this card. Let me know if you guys got thoughts on this. I think Cap is real deal at 125. I think he's proved that now. Alonzo Manfield sucks and can only beat Ed Herman and maybe a handful of other guys. Rafael Fiziev is very good, but he'll never make it in the top 10. I'm calling it now. And
I agree.
Tisha Torres.
Hating the shit out of him.
Tisha Torres is still elite.
And
I don't know about elite.
Carolina needs.
I think Carolina needs to retire. I mean, that was really bad. She cries all the time. But no, yeah, I think Tisha's got this. Conor McGregor's going on a crazy.
Oh, dude, I was just gonna say that, Mike. Are you reading this shit with Cormier right now?
Holy shit, man!
I'm trying not to get my finger in the screen. I'm like,
I'm gonna pull it up.
God, dude, he's going.
You fat mess. He's been going at him. They don't like each other, and now because obviously he's Team Habib, obviously training with him and his best friend. But
I saw he called him a fat wrestler or some shit earlier.
Called him a fat mess. Drunk because did you see DC like chugging the Modelo with Laura Senko and burping and shit?
Yeah, brutal, man.
And he likes McGregor and Jones are like buddy.
Cormier is a fat mess, getting the worst condition by the day. God bless him. Showing up drunk at a media event the very day before he was in the booth calling my fight. Drunk at a media event, working the day before being a commentator on the biggest fight in history. Oh boy.
Man, he's got these written out and ready to just blow off.
He's probably hammered right now, dude.
Probably.
He's probably on his 8th fucking glass of proper 12 in orange.
Working out harder than me. He's got a broken leg.
You guys he's coming back for this rematch with Dustin? You guys feel that still?
Do I have to say it on every fucking podcast that he should have retired after the Mayweather fight? Do I have to say this every fucking podcast, bro?
Yeah, I don't want to fight Nate. If anything, I want to see a winnable.
Well, Nate and Dustin were going at it on Twitter a little bit, like just like their low key things. Like Nate was making fun of him the other day, and then Poirier tweeted today, just Nathan with a question mark.
I mean, why not? Money fight. Dude, if I was him, I'd rather fight Nate Diaz than fucking Charles Oliveira any day.
Any day.
Any day.
You make more money doing it.
More money.
Exactly.
So,
all right, guys. So we got a little PFL. We got a little Bellator this Friday. They're running at the same time, so make sure you got your dual screens ready or the back button on your remote ready to go. Chrissy Bellator over there. He's got the old school Spike TV. So that's how you know he's been a fan since fucking mom. But yo, real quick, there's only really like 2 fights I want to talk about on PFL. Roy McDonald coming off that minus 1,000 favorite and lost to Gleison Tebow. Is coming back against the famous, notorious PFL staple Ray Cooper III. Here we go. And Ray Cooper was a plus 200 like 2 weeks ago, and now it's like a pick 'em. So listen, everybody, Roy McDonald should absolutely roll here if he's still a glimpse of what he was. So that's where my money's going.
I just want to give you hear you echoing really bad. I just want to give you a heads up.
Really?
It sounds fine to me. Yeah. You're breaking up a lot, Matt.
Yeah, you're breaking up a lot for me too.
I definitely hear feedback. All right, keep going. I definitely hear feedback though.
All right. If it's not on my end, that's good because I'm the recording end, so it's all good. But yeah, that fight should go down with Roy McDonald getting his hand raised probably by decision. And then I'm just gonna fade Gleison Tebow until oblivion. And that's that. All the other fights are pretty much mismatched, got rearranged the day of. Chris, let's talk about this for a second. So we were talking about this before the podcast, but we wanted to talk about it live because it's more fun when we do this shit live and it's recorded, blah, blah, blah. So, Chris, why don't you agree that PFL should change their scoring system in terms of not judging, but in terms of like getting advanced to the playoffs, getting to the playoffs, et cetera, et cetera?
I don't not agree with it or agree with it. I know Rogan and Mendez were kind of saying that they don't agree with it because they don't really understand it. And I get that. It's kind of confusing. Like, what is it? It's 6 points for a first round finish. And I think 4, 3, and it just, and so on until it's a decision. And, or 6, 5, 4, and then 3 for if you win a decision. So I get it. I think I like the scoring system. A lot of times when people get hurt though, it just seems like, I remember for just an example, Alex Nicholson lost. Shocking, I know. And I think it was Francisco Barroso won, but was too hurt to advance and had enough points to like basically make it to the heavyweight finals. And Nicholson, who lost the fight, fought in the finals. So what the fuck is the point of getting finishes in the first round if you hurt your hand, and now the dude that literally lost and had no points is now in the finals? It just seems like, I don't know. They're fighting very often. I know we're talking about like, the schedule changes, and I don't want to get too far off topic, but it just seems like it favors a certain style, and I get that. But then what are you going for? Because like it almost seems like the 6 points isn't doing enough because Lance Palmer, who's a wrestler, won 2 years in a row. He has no striking ability. You know what I mean? Almost none, and is still winning. So clearly your 6 points are maybe you need fucking 10 points for a first round finish. Because if Lance Palmer is going to wrestle fuck me for 3 rounds, what's the point of me going out there and trying to secure a first round win? You know what I mean? So
yeah, it's definitely flawed.
I don't have the answer. I enjoy watching PFL. I know you're the resident PFL expert, so you could probably go in more than me, but those are just my thoughts.
PFL is better than Bellator.
Yeah, right.
No, I can't get that far, but I love PFL. It's like a circus. Every single event's like a circus. When you got
the last card, I think like every underdog won, and they were all like bigger than plus 500.
Yeah, that night there was like 3 or 4 big underdogs, but no, it's like when you have 155-pound women and then the heavyweights all in one card, it's just it's gonna be a shit show. You got to be ready to put on your tinfoil hat and just like have a good time. But Chris, why don't you take us through Bellator? Decent card, couple good, has top heavy, but what do you think?
Yeah, I was gonna say, Mike, pull it up on your screen if you can.
Yeah, I
pull
got
up
you.
the
Yeah.
the odds. I wanted to run through a few things on there, but yeah, Christy Bellator right here, as you know, resident That's why I got into Bellator, Mike. Exactly what you just said. When they used to call Bellator the UFC retirement home, that was what got me into it. Like their marketing strategy worked so perfectly on me. I would love when I stayed up till midnight until like a horrible fight. The fans are like booing, and two heavyweights go to like a sloppy decision, or there's like a nut shot to end the fight. Like that to me just fucking was awesome. So worth it. But then, dude, there was also times where I would stay up till 1 a.m. just for that. And then I remember times staying up watching like Michael Chandler and Benson Henderson to like 1:30 in the morning with Mark in Sea Point drinking beers. And that was fucking awesome too. And now they're going homegrown stars like fucking AJ McKee, dude, is super duper legit. And people are actually noticing it. So love to see it. So Bellator, I love you. Scott Coker, give us a fucking deal, bro. Anyway, this weekend, Bellator 264, not really a great card. Just a couple things I wanted to point out. Gegard Mousasi, while we're talking about him, defending his belt against John Salter, the coach of Joe Slecki, friend of the podcast. Gegard said he had no interest in fighting in the light heavyweight Grand Prix, which I think was just kind of a smart move on his end, to be honest with you. And but he said he eyes future light heavyweight fights and is willing to fight for the belt. So, Gegard, he's like lazy backstage and stuff. I think he's fucking hilarious. He's the funniest dude with no personality, in my opinion. But that's all you need to know about Gegard Mousasi. Anyway, coming in pretty sizable favor over John Salter. John Salter's got super legit grappling, jiu-jitsu black belt, a few degrees. I know he's won ADCC trials before, so he's got legit jiu-jitsu, but I don't think he's going to have anything for Gegard on the feet. And Gegard has pretty fucking good jiu-jitsu himself, so I really don't see him being too worried on the ground either. I think the line's pretty much about right. I mean, it's crazy because Bellator is so fucking crazy, and Gegard seems like one of those guys that just is defying time, right? I know he got that win against Douglas Lima, but he was kind of, Douglas Lima just seemed undersized. Salter's legit in size, but I think Gegard should roll here. The co-main Koreshkov fighting Sabo Hamasi in another fucking wild mismatch, which we were just talking about. I think Hamasi's going to come out guns a-blazing, gas out, and get viciously knocked out. That seems about the route it's going to go. Or just get the shit beat out of him and jabbed into oblivion and lose a decision. Magomed, the king of being minus 1,000, Magomedov versus Rafion Stotts. I like Stotts a lot, but he's a wrestler and he's just going to have nothing here. He's really going to have nothing to offer in this fight, unfortunately. What else? Looking down, where is it? Oh, Pam Sorensen. I'm not sure who her opponent is. Roberta Paim Samad. Pam Sorensen is a little older. I think she's like I was about to say 86. I think she's 36, but she's only like 8-3. She had some Invicta fights. I know she fought Felicia Spencer and lost that fight, but she has some notable opponents at least. She opened up. Mike, click on it. She opened up like over, I think it was minus 300 or 400, and I saw it drop. Now it looks minus 146.
Yeah, minus 400.
Yeah, I just thought that was crazy. And look how fast it happened, dude. So maybe there's some work there on the underdog. I have no knowledge of her opponent whatsoever. But other than that, nothing really of note on this card. It's kind of just a iffy Bellator card. And this is what I was kind of getting at a couple of weeks ago when I said that obviously Bellator didn't know that the UFC was going to be putting on a dog shit card when McKee was fighting Pitbull. So they couldn't match that. But I know the UFC puts their schedule out in advance, and you know that this is a lull in the week of the UFC and your only competition is PFL, and you put on like just a so-so card. It drives me nuts as such a Bellator fan. Like, they should stack this fucking card up, or the Pitbull McKee fight should have been this weekend. You know what I mean? Especially because you're Bellator, you're not putting on a quarter of the amount of the UFC that the UFC is. Like, what are you fucking waiting for? You know what I mean? Put on some elite talent. Maybe make one of the light heavyweight Grand Prix fights this weekend in addition to Gegard, something like that. But
what do you think the reasons for that? Scott Coker just slacking?
No, it's just scheduling conflicts. I'm sure, the tournament's hard to judge anyway, and it sucks because Bellator does it the right way compared to PFL. I feel like where the tournament's spaced out enough, your opponent in advance. If you pull out, they have enough time to reschedule. You can move it back a month or whatever it may be. So I really don't know. Maybe they had this booked. Maybe someone said no. Maybe I don't know. I don't know, man. But I just think that they should have really stacked the shit out of this card, in my opinion. knowing the UFC schedule, knowing it was going to be a lull. So, especially you typically the week after a pay-per-view, the UFC puts on a fight night, right? So even if you're just competing against a fight night after a pay-per-view, people are kind of burnt out from that. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
fuck do I know?
All right, yo. So real quick, I want to hear you guys. Kelvin Gastelum or Jared Cannonier, Chris?
I think Jared Cannonier. What's the line?
Yo, it was a lot wider. It used to be like over like minus like 240 or something crazy, but now it's like minus 140 for Cannonier.
You know me, dude. I know Matt is fucking Gastelum's number one fucking hater, but me and you have backed Gastelum on this podcast many a times. We actually picked him to beat Israel Adesanya, and then they had like a fight of the year contender. So I love Kevin Gastelum, but I really feel like he lost something, dude. I don't know what it is, but it just seems like, I don't know, man. It seemed like when he couldn't make 170 anymore, he went up to 185. It was like beneficial to him, and he was winning good fights. He laid Vitor Belfort out, but who hasn't fucking done that nowadays? But and then he was on a little bit of a run there, and then he got choked out by Weidman in a fight. He dropped Weidman in, and Weidman just completely fell off. And then Gastelum's been on a bit of a losing streak.
$2,000 on that fight.
I was watching it at Dylan Riley's house, literally cheering for Chris Weidman, screaming.
Yeah, I couldn't be less excited for a main event.
All right, Chris, you got to open these cards.
I'm about to do it. All right, boys. UFC Panini. While I'm going to talk while I'm doing it real quick. I'll do it quick. I don't want to waste your time, but hopefully we get something of value or something cool at least. These Panini Prizm cards, dude. They're all colored. So I actually bought a pack. This is my second pack of them. The first pack didn't have the cellophane on it. I bought it third hand, but the cards are still unopened, so I just didn't want to do that one. Took the cellophane off, boys. So it's legit. And obviously I got nothing. I got nothing of value, so I just didn't care. And then when I picked the UFC Striking Signatures box, I paid $75 for a singular card, and I got an Alexei Oleinik signed card.
That's the funniest thing in the world.
Yeah, maybe funny to you. All right, first one going open. Maybe funny to you, not funny to me, because I'll sell it to you, Matt, for fucking $80 if you want it. But that was not. I literally opened it, and I remember I thought it was a pack of cards. I didn't know it was one single card, and I opened it up and got one Alexei Oleinik card.
I remember you texted us immediately, and you were fucking not too happy.
All right, Alistair Overeem.
That's cool.
Oh my god! Holy shit! I don't know what this means. I've never seen this style card, but it's different than all the other ones, and it's Usman.
Oh,
holy shit! So if anyone can tell me what instant impact is, I'm going to keep this one in a case now. They're all because they all look like this. Like, look at the difference.
Hold on, Chris.
Wow.
What's that called? I'm looking it up on eBay.
Instant Impact Panini Prizm. Oh my god, that's
came up before I even typed it in.
Unreal.
It's worth $10.
Kamaru Usman.
Hold on.
Brad Riddell, Hani Barcelos, and Alistair Overeem, pack one. But dude, that's pretty cool.
Yo, these are expensive on here.
I see a couple. It depends what. Oh wait, hold on, Chris. Is it gold?
No, it's like, let me see. I don't want to like keep touching it up. It's like it's silver and like purple and.
Put it in the screen so I could see it. Okay, that one looks all right. No, never mind. The other one was just black. This one, yours looks like it's worth like 125. Here's one for 55.
There's one on here that says 4,000, 5,000 on eBay.
I think they're all different colors, Mike. One of them looks like the 125 looks like that rainbowish silver holographic one that Chris just showed, and then I'm seeing one for 500, but it's like obviously gold.
I got to look it up, dude. That's pretty cool. It just, I'm happy, like, cause like you could get some, like I could get Alexei Oleinik in that. You know what I mean? So even getting Usman is pretty sweet. Oh, dude. All right. So Muslim Salikov.
Okay.
Angela Hill.
Oh,
no, I got
that one's a Mike.
Green ones too, bro.
Oh wow.
Benavidez in green.
That's
I'm putting these in cases, dude. And then Dos Anjos in the regular. I wish I got that one in green, but hey.
That's awesome.
This is already significantly better than the last one I did.
Those are sick, dude. That's awesome.
I'm fucking addicted to these now. I'm gonna blow my life savings on UFC cards now. Great.
Chris, that Benavidez one on here, the green, I see it set for $75 twice.
Dude. All right, my main
Damn.
event pick for the next UFC, Jared Cannonier.
Wow.
That's a sign. We got to pick a life.
Whoa, dude, knockout artist, a different one, Max Holloway.
Damn.
Look that up.
Dude.
It says knockout artist, and it's rainbow. Oh my god, dude, this is awesome. Magomed Ankalaev
Future
and
champ.
Joanna Jędrzejczyk, regular. Dude, this is fucking sweet.
Yeah, man. Good for you. I'm gonna buy a pack. I'm gonna buy a pack as soon as
Dude,
possible.
last time I opened these, I opened 6 packs. Every single one was gray.
You hit the jackpot.
All right, let's see what we got here. Dominic Cruz, which I already have. Damir Ismagulov, regular.
How many packs coming in?
OSP. And Saeed Nurmagomedov. That's hilarious.
That's good.
Okay, so there's 6 and there's 4 cards per pack. I have 2 left. How much was that? What was the other one? Knockout artist Max Holloway.
Max Holloway, I see it all over. I see
Knockout artist, though.
200. Yeah, 250, 5,000, 20, 25.
Are they
They're
graded?
all over.
These are these graded or no?
I think they're probably graded because all of them are in cases.
Okay.
Like just one's a 9. It's going for $5,000.
Yo, wait. So Yuri Prohaska, dude, look up Stipe fireworks in green. Dude, I'm addicted to these. Michael Chandler, regular, and Aljamain Sterling, also regular. Look up Stipe Miocic.
140.
Dude.
It's green,
Okay.
right? It's just fireworks.
Green. It says fireworks
Yeah,
in green.
Yeah, I see it for as much as 150.
Okay. And the last pack I can tell already is all oh no, I'm lying. Oh my god. Look up Rose Namajunas Fearless in like rainbow.
Rainbow.
Look, it's even the back of the cards, like see how these are all gray? This one I don't even want to touch. I'm putting this right in the case, is rainbow. It says Rose Namajunas Fearless.
Dude, now I'm gonna buy a pack and get all duds.
Mickey Gall.
Gonna get a
you could
bunch
have
of
that
bricks.
one. Ryan Spann and Claudia Gadelia. Dude, let's go. How much is that? The Rose Namajunas Fearless.
Hold on. I should have typed in rainbow. I don't know why I typed that in.
I've been Rose Namajunas Fearless.
$50,
Damn.
$15, $25, $10, $15, $20.
Okay.
I see
that one looked-
500.
That one looked
Like,
like
where
the
are you
coolest
looking?
one, to be honest with you.
eBay.
Me too. What are you sorting it by? I only see. Oh, I'm down the shore too, and there's probably 6 people down here that have it. It's set to my location.
Where did I put? I have a whole stack. Like, so this is, look, that's like 20 other cards. The other ones I'm putting in cases. They're right up top of my glass. That's pretty sweet, dude. So, also, I didn't even realize some of these are rookie cards. They're calling them. Why is that in gold? What is that? Dude, Aljo punching Pedro Munoz in the face. Michael Chandler about to knock out Dan Hooker.
That's awesome.
That is sweet.
Dude, these cards are sick.
You got to get them appraised and just to know what their worth are.
I'm gonna get them. Whatchamacallit. I'm gonna send those 5 and just get them graded, dude. Fuck it. What do I have to lose? If one gets a 10, that's like thousands of dollars.
Yeah. Good
But
shit.
yeah, boys, I was careful with them. I opened them good. Let's see. I want to see what it says on here. The Fearless Prisms are numbered too. These are numbered. It says
Limited edition.
number 18. There's only 25 of these.
No way.
Oh yeah, that's definitely worth a lot, dude. Get that graded.
Yeah, dude.
Dude. Let's see what I got here. Benavidez is 1 of 35. Holloway's number 12. Stipe is number 2.
Bro.
And Usman's 6.
Bro.
That's
Dude,
sick.
Bro, did you just fucking hit the jackpot right there?
I don't know. Look at these green Pulsars are 1 through 25. Knockout artists are 1 to 25. Dude, there's only 25 of each of the different ones. But like there's 25 Holloways, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I have one of them.
Yeah.
But dude, you know what's crazy is like it says knockout artist. It could be anyone. Like you could get some poopy knockout artist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That dude, I got Stipe. Like all good people. Like Benavidez is the worst one. Nama Yunus, Rainbow. This is the coolest card. Definitely is the Nama Yunus one. I think that card is sick.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Dude, on mine
know,
it says fucking 500 over here, Chris.
Boys, I don't know. That's pretty sweet. So yeah, shout out Blaster Box. Get you one and tell them MMA Gossip sent you. We'll get absolutely nothing for that, but
type in MMA at the closeout and represent. All right, guys. Anything closing thoughts before we head out?
Hopefully I make $1 million.
Yeah. Matt? All right, boys. See you later.
Later.